Soul Sense LLC, Holistic Spiritual Aromatherapy Wellness Shop. I've been in the holistic field for half a decade. I've been an energy healer for about 5 years. I'm also a medium, clairaudience, and clairvoyance. So I work with people from many different backgrounds, many different traditions, helping and aiding them with self-healing, releasing self-trauma, and just learning how to cope with inner childhood traumas in a healthy, positive way. So here I have a whole article that I wrote you guys, because sometimes I get social anxiety and it causes me to stutter, so I wanted to make sure that I have everything in order so that you guys can get the most knowledge out of what I have to say, because it is very beneficial for self-healing and starting your holistic well-being journey. So, thank you. So I just wanted to start. The awakening of self-healing is really designed to empower every individual to let them know that you have the capability and the tools to tap into your deep-rooted self-healing properties. So I really like when people understand, like, you don't really need to go outside yourself, it's always within. Okay, you are the most important asset to yourself, and really understanding the interconnectedness of your mind, body, and soul will always help you understand and understand traumas, problems, and what your body really needs to heal itself in all spectrums. So always remember, you are the first one. It's no one outside yourself. I also want to introduce the fact that how you speak to yourself and how you see yourself also plays in your physical well-being. So if you are known to do negative self-talk, that also reflects on your cells and your physical well-being. Okay, so positive self-talk is crucial to healing and releasing in multiple aspects. But I'm going to read off of this because I'm getting a little nervous, so let's go. You ready? Okay.
You're doing good.
Thank you. So my belief is everybody needs to understand the mind and the body are interconnected, and they both play a crucial role in the healing process. You must know that your thoughts, emotions, and intentions influence the physical health and well-being. So cultivating a positive mindset, releasing negative emotions, and really setting clear intentions can enhance all self-healing abilities. And it can start with you and then go to your children. Because a lot of us do have to heal from inner childhood traumas, because some parents just didn't know better and they was learning as they go, and that really affected our upbringing and how we connect and interconnect with others and our children to this day. So it's really about positive self-talk and rewiring what was taught to you that really doesn't serve you right now and doesn't serve your children, okay? So I want to emphasize on the importance of connecting with one's inner wisdom and intuition. We are all born with inner guidance and inner wisdom. Our soul is older than us. Whether you recognize it or not, your body and your spirit knows what you need. It's just that when your mind is not connected to your spirit and your soul, you get disconnected. And then you look for answers or guidance outside of yourself that you really don't need. All the answers are truly within, okay? So, you have to learn how to sit still. And I tell people a lot, being so busy, working 9 to 5s, we don't really get to sit still and hear ourselves. We're always on the move. We're always thinking about the next thing, bills, this and that. So really cultivating that inner stillness, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, taking a deep breath and really listening to yourselves, because they do talk. They do talk to you, but you're not listening because you're busy, you know? So another core belief is that your body is so intelligent, more intelligent than your actual conscious, because we have ego. And ego is not really needed when you're in the healing process and you're also releasing trauma from yourselves. Because like I said, we hold genetic trauma from slavery, from past generations, and it goes down through the blood, especially from mom to daughter and daughter to daughter. You know, so that's really important. Just taking the time for yourself, you know, and it may be hard, but it's really crucial, because the more time you sit with yourself, the louder that voice gets. Hey, I need a break. Hey, I need some fruit today. I need some sun today. I need quiet today. You won't really be able to hear that if you don't give yourself that silence. And it's not being rude. Some days, turn your phone off. Turn the Wi-Fi router off, because all of that radiation really interferes with your natural signals, and most people don't realize that. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into 3 main traumas that I've dealt with and a lot of the clients that come to me deal with. So the first one is relationship trauma, inner childhood trauma, and self-inflicted trauma. So depending on who you are, you've dealt with all 3, or maybe 2 out of 3. So I'm just gonna explain what relationship trauma is and what it shows up as in your adult life and your child life, okay? So I'm gonna read straight off of this because I don't wanna mess mine up. Okay, so relationship trauma refers to the negative experience and wounds that individuals may acquire as a result to their interactions with others. This trauma can occur in various types of relationships, such as romantic, friendships, or even family dynamics. So because our families are the first relationships that we interact with, a lot of our trauma is deep-rooted with families, unfortunately. Mom and dad cause us a lot of pain, not on purpose. Some are, but most of the time it's not on purpose. But that really messes with our mental and psychological development and how we build and connect with people. So a lot of times in our adult life, we're dealing with PTSD, but it's coming out as anger and rage, or it's coming out as I can't really express myself to you, so I'm going to use my hands, or it's coming off, well, I'm going to shut down, and I'm not going to talk to nobody, and I'm not going to talk to nobody, nothing, I'm not going to talk to no one, and I'm not going to talk about it at all, which is another form of self-sabotage, which is another form of PTSD, anxiety disorder, and we don't need that. We had enough of that in this community, Let's release that, let's change it, and let's break generational curses. So, unfortunately, 1 out of 4 of us know someone who deals with PTSD. Anxiety disorder runs rampant in the United States. It just does. I have anxiety, and it stems from generational lines plus childhood trauma. So every day I'm releasing, every day I'm healing, and healing is not a one-day process. So anybody that says, oh, I'm healed, okay, but you're gonna get triggered tomorrow, so where you at now? So it's natural, and it's so okay to give yourself that grace and give yourself that patience and that extra gentleness that you don't receive from the outside world, because it's rough. We in the city, you in New York, you in Jersey, we rough out here, we tough. But to have that gentleness and that softness with yourself allows your cells, allows your energy to open up, and then you start to hear your inner voice more, and that's really true. So now I'm going to jump to childhood traumas. So, like I said, your parents are your first relationship. So a lot of times if you don't feel safe, or you don't feel seen, or you don't feel heard, you're already disconnected. You're in the crucial times of where you're building your social emotional skills. So if you don't have that social emotional connection with your parents, how could you have it with yourself, and how could you have it with others? So most of the time it shows up as disconnection, lack of development. Some kids have speech development issues, and it's not always a medical condition. It's a lot of spiritual conditions, and people don't look at that aspect. It's spiritual before it's physical, and that's how you know it's your soul and your spirit fighting against each other. That's the best ways I can put it, like that. So I was a preschool teacher for 8 years. I've worked in so many different schools, so many different backgrounds, and it's not really different. Our children will show you signs very, very early that they're missing something, that they're lacking something, and it'll show up in behavior problems. You'll try to deem the kid ADHD. No, he just needs attention and activities with you, not someone else, Or it'll come up as, oh, my kid is not talking right now. Well, how do you talk to him? Do you yell or do you talk? Do you explain or do you just demand? Because it's very, very different in tone and body language. And when you're in your development stage, children go off the rhythm of your heart, the sound, the frequency sound in your voice. That's how they learn. That's how they interconnect. And you'll see it now, a lot of adults in their adulthood, we don't know how to talk to people. We don't know how to be nice to people. We don't know how to be gentle enough with ourselves to be gentle to our neighbors. Say, good morning, how are you? It's lacking. It's lack of empathy and sympathy within that fundamental era of your life, which is really sad. That's why when I was a teacher in the morning, I'm giving you hugs. I'm asking you, how was your night? How did you sleep? That's fundamental too. We, as adults, we don't even ask that no more. That's important. How was your rest? Where did your soul go? You know, that is a disconnection. So, bam. So we got the first page, like, oh,